Hey Celtics Nation! We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Boston Celtics. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll always stay up to date and never miss out on any exclusive news. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because we might be witnessing the most shocking twist of this NBA offseason. The rumor mill has been working overtime, and the latest buzz swirling around the league is that none other than Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak himself, could be the newest superstar heading to the Boston Celtics. Yeah, you heard that. Right. Giannis, a former two-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, an NBA champion, possibly suiting up in the iconic green and white of Boston. It almost sounds too crazy to be true, but trust me, where there's smoke, there's often fire. Sources close to league insiders have hinted that the Celtics front office has been quietly laying the groundwork for a blockbuster move, and Giannis could be the crown jewel they're chasing. Now imagine the scenario: Giannis Antetokounmpo joining forces with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in Boston. That trio would instantly become one of the most dominant forces, not just in the Eastern Conference, but in the entire NBA. Tatum's silky smooth scoring, Brown's two-way prowess, and Giannis's freakish athleticism and playmaking would make the Celtics an absolute nightmare for any opposing defense. It's a combination that feels ripped straight out of a 2K fantasy league, yet here we are discussing the very real possibility. The idea reportedly gained traction after Milwaukee's disappointing playoff exit this past season, raising questions about whether Giannis is truly content with the Bucks' direction. Of course, every rumor has its roots, and this one seems to have started with whispers from Giannis' own camp expressing concerns about the Bucks' ability to consistently contend for championships. Let's be honest, ever since they won the title in 2021, Milwaukee has struggled to recapture that same magic, falling short in the playoffs year after year. And for a player of Giannis' caliber, legacy matters. He's no longer just thinking about all-star selections or MVP trophies. He's chasing rings. The Celtics, with their young core and championship pedigree, offer a much clearer path to sustained success. It's no wonder that this rumored interest is causing such a stir among fans and analysts alike. What makes this potential move even more fascinating is how seamlessly Giannis could fit into Boston's system. Under head coach Joe Mazzulla, the Celtics have leaned heavily into a defensive-minded, versatile lineup that thrives in transition and switches everything on defense. Giannis, with his ability to guard all 5 positions, push the ball in transition, and dominate the paint, would elevate that style of play to unprecedented levels. Plus, let's not forget, the Celtics have been knocking on the door of an NBA championship for several years now. Adding Giannis might be the final piece that finally pushes them over the top. Financially, this would be a mammoth move. Giannis is under contract with Milwaukee, but there have been persistent murmurs that the Celtics are exploring all possible avenues, sign and trade scenarios, multi-team deals, and even moving key assets to make this dream a reality. Players like Derek White, Al Horford, and even some of Boston's promising young bench pieces could be part of the package. But let's be real. If you have a chance to get Giannis Antetokounmpo, you do whatever it takes. That's the kind of once-in-a-generation player who changes the trajectory of your franchise overnight. On the Milwaukee side of things, losing Giannis would be catastrophic. He's not just their best player, he's the face of the franchise, the symbol of their championship glory, and a beloved figure in the community. But the NBA is a business, and if Giannis has privately indicated that he won't commit long-term, the Bucks may have no choice but to entertain offers now, while his trade value is at its absolute peak. The Celtics, with their wealth of assets and win-now mentality, are perfectly positioned to pounce if Milwaukee decides to hit the reset button. This scenario, while shocking, is not unprecedented in the modern NBA landscape. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Another angle to consider is Giannis's personal life and brand ambitions. Boston is a historic sports city with a massive, passionate fan base and global recognition. For a player looking to expand his legacy, influence, and marketability, It's an enticing destination. Moreover, Giannis has always spoken about his desire to be remembered among the game's greats, not just for his stats, but for his championships and the impact he made on and off the court. Teaming up with Tatum and Brown in Boston could provide him with the platform and support he needs to cement that legacy while relieving some of the offensive burden he has shouldered in Milwaukee. Of course, as with all major NBA rumors, there are skeptics. Some insiders caution that Giannis is fiercely loyal to Milwaukee and may ultimately decide to stay the course and attempt to bring another title to the Bucks. After all, he signed his Supermax extension just a few years ago and has repeatedly stated his love for the city and its fans. But in the wake of another early playoff exit, even the most loyal stars begin to reevaluate their situations. The NBA's history is filled with players who swore allegiance to a franchise only to seek greener pastures when the opportunity for greater success arose. So while nothing is set in stone, this rumor feels more credible than your typical offseason chatter. In the meantime, Celtics fans are buzzing with excitement at the mere thought of Giannis joining their squad. Social media has exploded with mock trade proposals, fan art of Giannis in Celtics gear, and endless debates about how the team would look with him in the lineup. Analysts on sports talk shows are dissecting every angle of the potential move, from the X's and O's to the salary cap implications. It's moments like these that remind us why we love the NBA so much. The drama, the speculation, and the endless possibilities that keep us glued to every update and notification. So, will Giannis Antetokounmpo really become the newest superstar to don the Boston Celtics jersey? Or is this all just an elaborate game of leverage aimed at pressuring the Bucks front office to make more aggressive moves this offseason? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this rumor has injected a massive dose of intrigue and excitement into the NBA landscape. As always, we'll be keeping our ears to the ground and our eyes on every Woj bomb and Shams tweet that might shed light on Giannis's next move. Stay tuned, folks. This story is far from over. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.